expressing her thoughts with paper and pencils.
Even as far back as kindergarten, I said I want to be an artist when I grow up.
We first met Emily 6 years ago.
I actually wrote out Ohio voted a couple times. I wrote it out maybe 10 times on one sheet.
When she was a high school senior in Asheville.
It was the day before the deadline, and I sat down to finally do it.
It was just before unveiling her winning Ohio voted sticker design with Secretary of State Frank LaRose in 2019.
The whole idea behind this, getting young people to vote, I think that's an important message.
Sometimes deadlines can bring on creativity.
It does for me.
Emily thought this was the start of a long-lasting and creative career. But just a few years out of college,
This is the scary part. Make a circle.
Emily discovered she'd be wrong.
You always thought you'd be able to showcase your talent. Are you finding that you're able to showcase your talent?
I'm struggling with that.
Emily, still in Central Ohio, tells me she lost her job as a graphic artist with a big company. Applying for nearly 100 other graphic designer jobs in the last year has netted nothing.
Graphic design is drastically changing every day.
According to the U.S. Department of Labor, opportunity is slimming for graphic artists as companies turn to computer-generated images for branding and artificial intelligence.
It is sad though, because you need that human element in a graphic design project. You need a person to generate those new ideas and to drive the ship.
Her discouragement only deepened.
And just to see it with a new name and also with their blue and gold, it was like, that just feels wrong.
When she discovered this.
It feels like the state of Louisiana ripped off your design.
It does.
She believes her human-generated Ohio voted design was taken without her knowledge or permission and offered to voters to download down in the state of Louisiana.
Did they ask somebody permission? How long has it been circulating? Is it just online?
I emailed and called the office of the Louisiana Secretary of State to ask where this image came from. I've yet to hear back.
You know, when you first see these two images, what do you think?
I think these are very, very similar.
So I contacted copyright attorney Eric Estat with the Columbus law firm Carlisle, Patchen and Murphy.
I would be very surprised if anyone would think that Louisiana independently created this without using the Ohio sticker as inspiration.
He tells me once Emily drew the design, she owned it, and the state of Ohio could only take that ownership unless Emily agreed.
If you infringe on someone's copyright, that could be a pretty big deal.
Well, certainly.
The Office of the Ohio Secretary of State provided me the 2019 rules. LaRose's spokesperson said the rules clearly state that all entries become property of the Office of the Ohio Secretary of State, and therefore there would be no copyright issues.
Does it tell you that the state is going to take over the copyright?
Honestly, it doesn't. The rules are really kind of ambiguous.
The state confirmed Emily signed no other agreement. The Ohio Secretary of State's official statement, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Ohio sets the national standard for election integrity and apparently for I voted sticker designs too.
Invariably, my clients are not happy that someone is using their property without their permission.
What would you want from the state of Louisiana?
That's a really good question. I think I just want them to understand it's not appropriate.
While attorney Eric Estat tells me Emily might have a case.
You know, if they're not going to credit her, she's missing out, because now it's starting to become a nationwide, like a nationally recognized image.
She's now left drawing only for herself.
Because that's not good practice to copy someone's work.
With no compensation for her ongoing creativity.
You could have called me and said, can you make me one, because we liked it so much. You know?
In 2019, the Ohio Secretary of State said he'll be using Emily's design through 2022. Her Ohio voted stickers are still in use today. I asked LaRose's office if they plan to compensate Emily for the continued use. They believe they own the rights to the sticker, even though rules do not specifically address copyrights or a copyright transfer. On your side, I'm investigator Lisa Rontola.